It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we'll be watching the dynamic Tyreek Hill. He rises when it matters most, and he comes in third in the NFL in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Titans.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The Titans ready to take over on offense for the first time, and it is the now 35-year-old Ryan Tannehill who leads them out in his 12th NFL campaign.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Titans.
Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now one in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. We had 4 in the game last week without having some go-to moves with counters.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. That's complete to Traylon Burks. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
And the Titans first down.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and run up the middle with Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 14 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Chigakonkwo laying himself out in the end zone. And the Titans put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 81 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Going to the right here and finding Burks. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. Zaven Collins there to make the play defensively. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Under a minute to go, clock running, and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Tua now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's third year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact. One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second quarter now. Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throw to the right, caught by Cockrell. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But it's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown in his first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Chase Claypool, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're heading the football back again.
4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guys trying to cover him, they haven't had a whole lot of success thus far, and while they will still accept the challenge, maybe you have to change your focus. You have to get after the quarterback a little bit, disrupt his timing, because right now it feels like...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive?
And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
11 yards for number 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Tua. Going right back to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll let this go for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll dump this off to Achane. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
2nd and a couple. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They'll run for it with Achane. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Tua, the final shot before half. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Berrios now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. Open man completes it to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there. They give to Achane on the option. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, Dolphins! Devon Achane with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game. Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. After the turnover, it's Tua. And to the explosive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, Tua. And this is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Out of the gun on third down. Here's Tua. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Tua setting up shop to throw again. That is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon Achane with his 17th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Titans getting set and ready to go here for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Dolphins get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
At the 38-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, 21, TA. All right, let's go.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle with career touchdown number 75. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Zaven Collins in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Tannehill now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Tannehill. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line.
1st down, Titans.
They'll try the right side with Henry. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's brought down. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Tajay Spears there to make the grab. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Folk connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Now a 2nd and 10. On the option left, here's Tua. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jerome Baker able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. To throw is Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reynolds. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Titans on 3rd down. Lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Tannehill. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Ochamp. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Tua sets up to pass it. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out come the Titans now. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Miami. 59 yards. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Tua. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. To the sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
At the 31-yard line, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Solo left Zion. Go ahead. Turbo 1, high. Out.
Tua now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an